Wildside Wrestling fans. Welcome to another edition of Wildside TV. I am the host, the real Bobby Munson. With me, as always, the man with the angelic voice, Papa Smokes, and we are 1 week removed from Battle Arts. What a great show it was. And we are definitely going to get things rolling on a new set of matches here for you tonight. These matches will be the last ones from the previous show. And then coming up, people are going to be treated to the Battle Arts matches, going to be starting to become part of Wildside TV. Are you excited about those ones, Papa?
Are you crazy, Munson? I'm so excited. This is going to be great. We got Tony Novak out here now for a match with always his mentor, his teacher with him, Bucky McGraw.
Yes, Tony Novak definitely becoming an exciting young competitor here in just, I guess, technically his third matchup here on Wildside. He had the last match with El Asesino, and the match before that was where he is plucked out of the audience by El Asesino. Going to be taking on a very strong veteran here, somebody who's been around a long time, got a lot of experience, Ace Riviera. And Ace is somebody who, much like Asesino, he's got that demeanor lately, that really aggressive, mean demeanor about him. That, I guess for them seems to be working. Whether or not I like that type of demeanor from a superstar, I gotta say it's getting the job done as of late.
Yeah, you should learn to like it, I think. Ace Riviera has changed quite a bit in the last little while since his run with the Wildside Renegades. He's got a much more serious, much more angry attitude going on here, and he's going to give this young Tony Novak he's going to give him a lesson in wrestling.
Well, you say learn to like it, but you know what? I myself once danced on the dark side of things, and you know what? Through much teachings and ways of being shown respect and stuff like that, I have become a changed man myself. I'm a much happier individual. I'm a much better individual for it. And you know what? Hey, I'm also a fitter individual for it too, because you know what? I am shedding off the weight, feeling great, and I'm starting to feel like I'm a better person overall. Sharing that positivity and all those positive vibes with you, the fans, here tonight. You too, Papa Smokes, could definitely learn from the Bobby Fit program. I could get that beer out of your hand for a change and teach you how to do a little bit of the fitness coordination that I do on a weekly basis.
And not bloody likely.
We'll get you on some of that yoga training. Yoga's really good for balance. I definitely think you could use a little bit of that yoga training in your life.
If I can smoke while I can do it, I'm totally in.
Fans here definitely no fans of Ace Riviera, but definitely fans of Tony Novak. The HIW Wildside crowd has definitely come to really enjoy this young superstar and everything that he stands for. And you know what? With his teaching being taught under Bucky McGraw, he's become very interesting and exciting to watch inside that ring. As time develops, I'm sure we're going to get a much more unique Tony Novak each and every week.
Now, don't forget, Munson, the last time out we watched Tony Novak's teacher, the professor himself, Bucky McGraw, lose a match to El Asesino with Tony Novak watching at ringside.
This is true, but at the same time, again, you can't get yourself down about losing to a veteran the likes of El Asesino. El Asesino brings a lot to the table, and a loss from him doesn't totally mean a complete loss for your career at the same time, especially someone who's as young in their career as what Tony Novak is. Or, Bucky McGraw might have more experience. He took a loss as well, too. But again, it doesn't matter when you take a loss to somebody of that caliber, somebody who is vying for the top title prizes in our company, it goes without saying. Ace taking his eyes off Tony Novak, and Tony Novak firmly in control of the match now. Beautiful Hurricanrana from the youngster. Starting to realize the more that I see Tony Novak in the ring, he's very much adapted to the high-flying, risk-taking type style of professional wrestling. Ace a little bit more technical, a little bit more grounded.
Well, as you saw there, Tony Novak with those impressive aerial maneuvers, but did you see how he got brought back down to earth by Ace Riviera? It was just a solid right hand to the face. Keep it simple sometimes, that's the best way.
And keeping it simple with that backbreaker there. Arrogant pin from Ace Riviera.
Ace is doing what he needs to do here. Novak had started off fast with a lot of high-risk maneuvers and such like that in a faster-paced match. Here you see Ace Riviera slowing down the pace, putting some punishment onto young Novak. Now he's up to the top here. What does he have planned?
Oh,
I like it. I like it.
Might be a little unorthodox, but you know what? It still gets the job done. But you're not going to get the job done standing on an opponent with 1 foot. And even Ace Riviera, with all his experience, knows that by now.
There we go again. The simplicity of Riviera's style of his attack is just beautiful to watch. Just nice hard shots, centering out to some of the certain body parts, really weakening the kid for the rest of the match here.
And do you think that while he is performing these moves on Tony Novak, he still sees Tony as that fan that was plucked from the audience? So he still looks at him as being one of those individuals around the ring that he continues to call trolls here this evening.
Yeah, I think it would be hard not to. Novak's quite new to this professional wrestling game. I got to give him credit. He's stood up and had a few matches already, but he's got a long road to go before he's going to beat somebody like Ace Riviera.
Well, never count Tony Novak out, because you know what? Counting him out is exactly what got him here in the first place. El Asesino found out the hard way what it's like to be on the receiving end of a 3 count from Tony Novak. Just like so. Not quite that 3 count he needed, though. Beautiful explosive kick to the corner.
Wow.
Is he taking too long to get that cover, though? You know, I have to think that if he would have just capitalized a little bit sooner, Tony Novak would be your victor right now. I think Ace is stunned at the moment, not sure what to think of this kid.
Whoa.
Vicious from Ace.
I think Novak's out on his feet right now.
Yeah, Ace was not playing any games after that one. Too close of a call for him, and he was ready to finish her off. Ace Riviera, a very dominating individual inside the squared circle. We could be looking at a future singles champion here in HIW Wildside.
Yeah, I don't think Ace is done with young Tony yet.
The bell is sounded, Ace. Head on to the back. You're not needed anymore. Leave the kid alone. Yeah, Bucky McGraw coming to save the day.
Well, back to the drawing board for Bucky McGraw. He's got a lot of work to do with this student yet, so there's promise there, but there's no substitute for experience in a professional wrestling ring.
Well, give the kid credit. He didn't step up against anybody inside that ring. He has now stepped up against El Asesino and Ace Riviera, two of the most experienced individuals we have inside of a Wildside wrestling ring. And all the credit to him for stepping up and putting them to the test. Fans here in Saskatoon have definitely taken to young Tony Novak. Definitely going to, help the young man's career having the support of the fans behind him, because all it takes is just that one maneuver and he could end up with a big win here at some point. So we've got a little bit of a special segment coming up for you fans. This one is unrelated to wrestling in a sense. One of our many great sponsors, Glitch Gifts and Novelties. They hold an air guitar tournament every year. I'd actually landed last Saturday on the day of Battle Arts, so hopefully you were able to make it out and check that out. But we've actually got them coming in to talk a little bit about it. Going to give you the rundown of what it entails. So if you're interested next year, it'll be on the cards for you. And then we're going to be joined by the Saskatoon champion. I believe he was Saskatoon champion a year ago and runner-up the year before that, if I'm not mistaken, from what I've gathered for information. So you're going to be treated to a little air guitar treat here tonight on Wildside TV. What do you think about air guitar, Papa Smokes?
Well, you know what, Munson, I don't think a lot about air guitar. I've seen guys play real guitars. I'm a fan of music and such, but air guitar is kind of a new thing to me. I'm interested to see what this is going to entail.
I've definitely seen a little bit about it. I've watched, I believe, a documentary called Air Guitar Nation, so it definitely got my interest here because I know what I've seen from other guys before. So let's go into the ring here to hear from Glitch Gifts.
On May 19th, you should probably be going to Battle Arts. But if you would like to try and come out and win a trip to Toronto, doing some air guitar for 60 seconds on the stage at the Roxy Theatre, we are looking for a few more competitors. And we have our champion from last year over here, Major Party, and he's going to show you a little bit about what it takes to win. He was the winner last year. He was the winner last year, and we flew him out to Toronto to represent Saskatchewan. And believe it or not, if you win in Toronto, you get flown to Finland for the World. It's actually the 25th World Air Guitar Championships coming up in Finland, and we are an official part of that.
And he was the winner in Saskatoon. Major Carmen?
Absolutely, he was 2017 champion and the 2016 runner-up.
Impressive. I can't tell, did you bring your air guitar? As it should be. Saskatoon, do you want to see what an air guitar champion looks like? You want to see what an air guitar champion sounds like? Let's give Major Party a round of applause. Let's get him in the ring. Let's see what you got.
Yes, folks, in case you didn't catch that, this is Major Party, 2017 Saskatoon champion, 2016 runner-up in the Air Guitar Championships.
Oh boy.
We're geared up for a major party here. Oh, honestly, I'd love to see you get inside that ring and do a little air guitar for us sometime, Papa Smokes.
Well, I don't know if anyone really needs to see that around Saskatoon. I'll leave the air guitar to Major Party here.
The problem is if you were to get inside that ring, the air guitar, most of the songs you probably remember from your youth, most of the people in the crowd are probably too young to ever remember them.
Well, they didn't have electric guitars back then. We had what's called grandpa guitars.
I remember grandpa guitars. I'm pretty sure I picked one up once or twice in my day. Then again, I'm probably sure that I'm older than most of the crowd myself, too.
You know, this is a party of some sort. I'm not quite sure what kind. But Major Party means business, I can tell that.
Impressive indeed. Major Party.
Speaking of business, Brett Evans here. Not sure how Brett Evans is reacting to the air guitar here. Maybe Brett Evans himself wants to get in on some air guitar.
I think he could liven up the party, and I think he's about to.
It's air guitar, Brett. It's
I get that it's air guitar, but this guy has nothing on my air guitar.
That sounds like a challenge.
your air guitar.
Major Party, may I please borrow your air guitar?
Well, you tell me Brett Evans didn't bring his own air guitar here tonight?
Tune it up there, Brett. Make sure it sounds good. Wow.
Major Party is down.
I'm sure that's not the first party that Brett Evans has put a damper on.
And the party pooper Brett Evans himself. Okay, we cannot condone the actions of Brett Evans inside the ring right now. Major Party is not a trained professional inside that ring. This should not be occurring. Brett Evans putting his hands on a fan as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, so much so that Dice Steel now having to get involved.
Or Major Party's suffering in that submission hold right now.
Well, Texas Cloverleaf is one painful maneuver. If you've never been put in it, I don't suggest it.
No, definitely not. Major Party, I think he just got preempted by the Brett Evans show. That definitely wasn't an air body slam he gave him that last time. That was the real thing.
It truly was.
Let's give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
I'll give credit to Major Party for being able to stand after all that, but that was one hellacious attack there from Brett Evans, air guitar aside. But now we're going to get back to some professional wrestling here, folks, for all of you tuned in for the professional wrestling side of Wildside TV. After that, our main event is going to be a hell of a slugfest between two individuals who have had their differences with each other for quite some time. I'm talking about Bryce the Slammer Sova and Sheik Shabazz, finally locking up in a one-on-one encounter.
Yeah, I'm excited about this one, Munson. Finally, the big boys get to face each other in a Wildside ring. This is going to be an awesome match.
It truly is. First being joined here by Sheik Shabazz, menacing individual, and, quite the resume so far in Wildside Wrestling. Haven't picked up very many wins, looking very solid right now, and probably one of our top upcoming stars.
Yeah, you're definitely right about that, Munson. The Sheik's looking good. He's got a big match on the 6-man contract on a pole match. He was in that for Battle Arts, and now we see him against the Slammer Sova. This is going to be a thunderous match. I hope they've reinforced the ring for this one.
Well, I hope one thing too. I hope that if Sheikh Shabazz is successful in his career and gets a championship down the line, maybe he'll be able to afford a decent pair of shades to put on that face.
Ooh.
His opponent tonight, a man who is not going to back down from the size and experience of Sheikh Shabazz at all. Bryce the Slammer Sova, another big boy here. And this crowd is going to go absolutely berserk for Bryce the Slammer Sova. And this is the one great thing about Wildside Wrestling, Wildside TV, is we bring you quite a variety of mixtures of styles of wrestling in that ring. Everything from high flying to technical to just straight out big juggernauts slugging it out and stuff. And each one of them has adapted styles in order to crisscross with other opponents in Wildside. So we give you great, fantastic Canadian indie wrestling each and every week. And this is absolutely free. All you have to do is head onto our channel and like and subscribe. And yes, the two boys not even going to wait for that ring bell, slugging it out immediately. It wasn't that long ago on Wildside TV, you talk about Hellacious, that attack from Sheikh Shabazz, and he took Slammer and put his head through that steel chair. Slammer, we're glad to see him up and moving after that encounter.
And here these roughhouse tactics from Bryce the Slammer Sova. Nothing fancy, just very effective, hard-hitting smash mouth wrestling.
We're going four corners of the ring right there. Sheikh Shabazz is down. And there's the first slam of the evening already.
Now biting the Sheik's forehead. Wow.
Now, we don't often see that kind of tactic from the Slammer. I guess that's what happens when you push him far enough, I guess. Sheik has pushed him to that limit.
That's right. The Sova better bring out an intensity for this match. The Sheik is mean. The Sheik's wild. The Sheik will not shy away from underhanded tactics. Nice snap over suplex.
And Sheik immediately capitalizing on top of that. Aggressive. And you have to be when it comes to Bryce the Slammer Sova, because the man can take a beating. You know, these two juggernauts were involved with that six-man contract on a pole match just last Saturday at Battle Arts. Not going to give away the finish or let anybody know, because you know what, we're going to have those matches coming up on Wildside TV. But, you know, continuing their absolute disdain for each other and continuing this feud that's been going on for quite some time. These two just absolutely hate one another.
Well, each of them wants to be the big man in Wildside Wrestling, and what better way to achieve that than to beat the other one in the ring? Both these guys want this win real bad.
And so far, we've seen a lot of these two taking on each other. It's always been tag encounters. There's been a lot of attacks before and after matches and stuff like that. But we haven't really truly, until this moment, had the true one-on-one that we've been wanting.
Two count from the Sheik. He's not happy with the referee over that one.
And we're going to see the choke slam from Sova.
Oh, the Sheik counters with a belly-to-back suplex that just bent the Slammer in half.
You don't often see the Slammer tossed around like a rag doll like that, but Sheik making it look easy.
Yeah, isn't that a strange sight?
Oh, it's a good thing Slammer got his knees up there, because I think that would have been all if Sheik would have hit with that. That is one big man to be flipping over top of those ropes like that. And now we're going to Slam Town once again.
Yeah, this is not a position the Sheik wants to be in. These slams won't stop for a while yet.
Clubbing forearms to the chest. They can absolutely take the wind right out of Sheik Shabazz. Oh, vicious kick. Oh, that's as close as it gets right there. Slammer not quite getting the 3 count he was looking for. Sheik Shabazz kicking out.
Sheik wants to prove himself just as much as anyone in Wildside Wrestling. What a feather in his cap it would be if he could put the big man Bryce the Slammer Sova down for the 1, 2, 3.
Again, bending Slammer in half, just breaking the big man down.
Slow on the cover. Was still almost a 3.
Slammer definitely looking worse for wear as Sheik Shabazz takes control of this match. Getting a little frustrated with the referee. I believe that's the second time he's told her that she's made a slow count for him. But I think at the same time, Sheik Shabazz needs to capitalize a little bit faster on those pinfall opportunities. Oh!
Wow.
I don't even know what to call that. It's a choke slam into suplex. Something along those lines. Anyway, we have a brand new type of slam from the Slammer. Bryce the Slammer Sova each and every week is trying to reinvent the slam, coming up with all sorts of new variations of slams to give to us.
You know, the fans want more slams all the time. The more times he slams someone, the more the fans want more.
It looks like Sheik Shabazz is going to go for a slam of his own. Or a roll up.
Whoa. Oh,
That's it.
unbelievable.
A rare loss for Sheik Shabazz. That is not a sight we see very often here in a Wildside ring.
Not to mention a nice little packaged roll-up by the Slammer. Where did he pull that one out of his bag of tricks?
After all this fighting and feuding that these two have done, it's Bryce the Slammer Sova picking up the big victory here tonight. And, oh, the dirty Sheik.
Yeah, Sheik's not happy about that.
Always trying to go for those sneak attacks. It's like he went to the school of El Asesino.
Yeah, he's got him in that human torture rack. Oh, to the takedown.
Someone needs to put an end to this already. Like, I mean, it's week after week with this man.
Oh, and here we go. We've seen this move before, this modified camel clutch. He's going to stretch the Slammer here. Very dangerous for the lower back and lower lumbar region.
It's Dice Steele trying to break things up here. Finally, getting some order to this.
Dice might be the only guy big enough to manhandle a Sheik like that.
That's one thing. The one great thing about having Dice Steele as our, well, not only our GM, but also as the CEO is, I mean, he's an enforcer, and he can enforce the rules. He is able to throw a guy the size of Sheik Shabazz out of that ring. And they're going to listen to him. But that's going to be it for today on Wildside TV, folks. Thank you once again, as always, for tuning in. Next week, we'll start the release of the matches that we taped at Battle Art. So we're very excited to bring those to you. So make sure you tune in. If you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and also hit the notification so you know when those matches start getting released. I've been the real Bobby Munson. With me always, Papa Smokes. And Papa Smokes, why don't you take us out tonight?
All right, Munson, what a great evening of wrestling it was. Let's have a beer and get out of here. We'll all see you guys next time after Battle Arts.